Education is a vital lifeline, connecting nations for sustainable development and economic growth. Hello, we are glad to have you join us again on another interesting and fully packaged episode of NIMASA This Week. I remain your anchor on the show, Moyioluwa Olutayo. Welcome on board.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
Welcome on the program. You're watching NIMASA This Week. We're glad to have you join us on the show. Let's kickstart the show from the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, recently held a meeting with the Atlantic International Research Center to discuss strengthening research partnership to boost the nation's blue economy. The Honorable Minister was represented by the Permanent Secretary, Fatima Shugra Tabia Mahmood. Let's stay on the program as we bring you updates from the meeting. I'll be right back.
The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, Fatima Shugra Tabia Mahmood, has called for a fundamental shift in how scientific research is utilized with the public sector, emphasizing that the true value of research lies in the ability of translating it into tangible services for ordinary people. She stated this during a courtesy visit by the Executive Director, Atlantic Research Center, Miguel Miranda, to the ministry. The Permanent Secretary stressed that research initiatives must go beyond theoretical knowledge to deliver practical solutions that improves livelihood, enhance environmental sustainability, and support policy formulation within Nigeria's blue economy.
In different areas, the Nigerian government has done a lot. As I'm sure you are aware, we have the different research agencies, because I think you're huge on research and sharing of that research with others. We have our NIOMA is there. You're interested in fisheries and aquaculture. NIOMA is in Lagos. It has done. I think we're the only ones that have a research ship in the Gulf of Guinea, as far as I know. So Nigeria has put a lot in that, but it's to maximize the benefit for us and also shared along the countries, the member states in the area center, right? Yes.
Speaking earlier on behalf of the Executive Director, the Director Air Center Nigeria, Dr. Bolariwa Taiwo, highlighted the center's commitment to promoting research, innovation, and sustainable development within the marine and blue economy. He expressed the center's keen interest in partnering with the ministry in areas that will enhance knowledge sharing, capacity development, and policy support for the growth of Nigeria's marine resources.
Sea State Hub. That's the application that gives understanding of the state of the ocean. So which is being created now, and then it can make forecast of about 14 days to tell our fishermen and then even the fishing industries, give information about the state of the sea, and then let them also know how to do their fishing. Because these days now, the world is going into precision agriculture, so that precision fishing can be done.
The Air Center is an international research network that promotes multidisciplinary cooperation in areas including ocean science, climate monitoring, earth observation, and marine resource management.
Welcome back. You're still watching NIMASA This Week. March 8 is recognized globally as the International Women's Day. International Women's Day celebration focuses on honoring women who are leaders, trailblazers, and everyday heroes who are shaping our world. We're right at the venue of NIMASA's International Women's Day celebration 2026. And the focus for this year is Give to Gain, emphasizing support for women's empowerment. Stay tuned on the program as we bring you clips from the event.
In commemoration of International Women's Day 2026, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, has hosted a special event aimed at celebrating the contributions of women to the growth and development of Nigeria's maritime sector. The event brought women from different cadre within the agency alongside prominent stakeholders from key maritime associations. This includes women in the logistic and transports WILAT, women in maritime of West Africa and Central Africa WIMOCA, women in maritime Africa WIMA, and Women's International Shipping and Trading Association WISTA Nigeria. Delivering the welcome remarks, Dr. Oduayo Ani, Director Financial Services Department at NIMASA and the President of WISTA Nigeria, highlighted the growing role of women in Nigeria's maritime sector.
Today, we came together not only to celebrate the achievement of women across the maritime and global trade sector, but also to engage in meaningful dialogue on how policy, compliance, and opportunities intersect to shape a more sustainable future for women in our industry. Let me inform you that the theme of today's celebration, Give Compliance to Gain Longevity, Navigating Nigeria's Tax Reform Opportunities for Women in Shipping and Global Trade, was carefully selected.
The keynote address by the NIMASA Director General, Dr. Dayomo Biriola, underscored the agency's long-term vision of encouraging more women to pursue careers within the industry.
But we have to admit as men that women, when they focus on something, they perform excellently well. And that is the reason why NIMASA has changed its focus to seriously and intentionally want to encourage women. As we all know, blue economy is at its infancy in Nigeria, in Africa, wherever, you name it. So it's an opportunity for women to try their best and come into this sector and ensure they take full control of this sector, as you are beginning to do in banking. So it's an opportunity for you.
Goodwill messages from representatives of the various women-focused maritime bodies present came next, with NIMASA receiving commendation for its continued support in advancing gender inclusion within the industry.
Within the maritime sector, women have historically been underrepresented. Yet across Nigeria and around the world, we see steady progress and we see a redefinition of the narrative gradually happening. Today, we see women excelling as maritime administrators, seafarers, ship surveyors, port managers, legal practitioners, entrepreneurs, and policy leaders. Their contributions are strengthening institutions, improving governance, and shaping the future of the blue economy.
Give to Gain reminds us that progress is never achieved in isolation. The growth of women in all the sectors depends on how much we and the industry invest in ourselves. Within women in logistics and transport, this philosophy of Give to Gain is reflected in our already mentioned 5 pillars that guide our work and defines our impact. The 5 WILAT pillars, all for WILAT, synchronized with gift to gain.
Women have historically been givers, giving their time, their strength, their ideas, and their resilience, and often their sacrifices to build families, institutions, communities, and nations. Yet, through the acts of giving, society gains stability, innovations, productivity, and progress. In the maritime sector, the story is no different. For decades, women in maritime have continued to give their commitment, professionalism, and intellect to an industry that was once perceived as predominantly male. Through persistence and dedication,
women contribute leadership, innovation, and integrity. And when we give compliance and transparency, it strengthens industries. Studies have shown that women constitute 40% of micro, small, and medium enterprises in the country, and that shows a significant chunk of that population. The maritime trade is a critical sector for Nigeria's growth. From ecotourism to the offshore oil and gas, we looked into sustainability, and I see a lot of opportunity. And what makes me happy is that women are involved in this. We are not leaving it to them.
The DG of NIMASA, the maritime sector has witnessed renewed encouragement for the participation, empowerment, and advancement of women. Look around you. Most of the directors, EDs of NIMASA, they are women. For the DG has been practical, deliberate, and transformative. He has been creating opportunities, supporting capacity development, amplifying the voices of women professionals.
The International Women's Day is a global observance that seeks to draw attention to challenges faced by women and the need to ensure gender equity. This year's theme, Give to Gain, focuses on investing in women through resources, education, and mentorship to create a stronger, more equitable society, highlighting the fact that empowering women brings collective benefits. Economies, communities, and workplaces all grow when women thrive.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
The Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, in collaboration with the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, recently convened a symposium in Lagos under the theme Digitalization and the Empowerment of Women in the Maritime Sector of West Africa. Opportunities, challenges, and pathway forward. The event brought together key stakeholders to examine how digital transformation can shape the future of the maritime sector while advancing the empowerment and inclusion of women. Delivering the welcome address on behalf of the Director General of NIMASA, the Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Mr. Chude Ofodele, noted that the program provided a platform to deliberate on issues of mutual concern as digitalization continues to reshape shipping and maritime operations globally. He further emphasized that empowering women in this evolving digital space is critical to the sustainable growth of the maritime industry, describing transformation as a continuous voyage while also reaffirming the agency's commitment to strengthening the Nigerian maritime domain and promoting gender inclusion in the sector.
Is undergoing profound transformation, driven by digital technologies, automation, data systems, and smart logistics. Across the world, digitalization is reshaping how ships operate, how ports function, how cargo is tracked, and how maritime administrations regulate and deliver services. While digitalization creates new opportunities, it also exposes persistent gaps, particularly in the participation of women in the maritime sector, And that is why empowerment of women in this area is critical.
On his part, Brigadier General Zibrin Bawa Ayorogo, Deputy Commander, KAIPTC, highlighted the strategic importance of the Gulf of Guinea and the opportunities digital technologies present in enhancing maritime security and operations.
Women's participation in maritime affairs has historically been limited by sociocultural and institutional barriers. Yet, their involvement brings diverse perspective and solution vital for holistic maritime governance. Digital transformation can act as a catalyst to break these barriers by providing platforms for education, networking, and leadership development.
As countries are preparing to strengthen their governance and regulatory framework on maritime security, it is important to get women's perspective. So this is why we are here, to gather the views mainly of Nigerians. There are 7 countries in this room though, but majority of them are Nigerians. The opportunity we offer is to ensure that other nationalities also share their views, so that whilst we are learning from the perspective of women, we are also promoting peer learning among practitioners from various countries.
This workshop is aimed at ensuring that we include women in digitalization processes. We are here to discuss what some of the shortcomings are, what are some of the challenges, what are some of the opportunities that women can have when they are included in digital spaces in the maritime sector. So this is why we are here. The participants are diverse. They come from across the Gulf of Guinea countries. So we have participants from Nigeria, Congo, Ghana, Liberia, La Côte d'Ivoire, across the Gulf of Guinea countries to deliberate.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
The NIMASA Marine Laboratory was established based on the Merchant Shipping Marine Environment Management Regulation 2012, and that states that a lab will be established to take care of the anti-fouling activities of the system, and that comes into play with various conventions. Since NIMASA's main objective in our NIMASA mission is to sustain and secure safe shipping, cleaner oceans. So Marine Environment Management Department takes charge of the safe, clean oceans. And to do that, we have various conventions that come into play. Some of the conventions are Marine, the MAPOL, the OPRC, the Anti-Fouling Convention AFS, the Ballast Water Management Convention, the London Protocols, and then wreck removal and ship recycling. We carry out chemical and biochemical analysis. This chemical analysis come in the way of organic and inorganic, and then these various effluents that comes out from industrial activities, shipping activities, to look at the water quality of our environment, the marine environment, and also to have a production of our database so that we can have various results that have been analyzed from the lab so that we can also compare them with our standard, which are the IMO standards. MARPOL Convention has 6 annexes: the oil, the chemicals, the bulk, the garbage, and also the air pollution. So each of them have various pollutants that come from such annexes that we look up and then carry out the various experiments on them. So that's the MARPOL. And then we have the ballast water. The ballast water, we also have what we do concerning that. We also have the anti-fouling, checking to be sure that the chemicals that are used, the paints that are used to paint the vessels don't leach into the water. That is with an organic chemical that we call organotin. So such will be tested and to see the extent of the organotin in it.
The sector, the marine sector, as well as the blue economy, has a very huge potential and is the biggest sector in Nigeria that is still untapped. And therefore, it is a good opportunity for women to take this chance and explore the various careers, various professionalism that are there, various investment opportunities as well. So it would be good for them to look at it and explore it and ensure that they participate in it.
We give from areas of strength. We give from what we have. You cannot give what you don't have. We light up and amplify the lights. We shine. We don't also do it by ourselves. We carry both our children, our families, our co-workers, our male counterparts, because we cannot do it alone. That's one good thing about women. Women work together, collaborate together. So what this Give to Gain is trying to tell us is that it's a reminder that we need to empower more. We need to give more from whatever we have been doing before, that there is need to give more. This is a conscious calling.
We are not yet there, but we are getting there. And the purpose of this celebration is more to look at where we are coming from, successes made, still further gaps to be made, and how to aspire and inspire women to continue, having it in an atmosphere where everyone is supporting them and there is equity, recognizing men also.
So for blue economy, that is what it drives now, for it to thrive in our society, we have to incorporate women to ensure the growth and to ensure visibility, and to ensure that whatever practice that we are integrating into blue economy stays.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
We've come to the end of today's episode. I'm sure you had a beautiful time staying with us on the program. Until we come your way again next week, I remain your anchor, Moyoluwa Olutayo. Bye for now.